We're going to just talk about the K-State defense here because this is what no one wants to talk about. Colorado's defense. Nobody wants to talk about it.
Be advised, my OnlyFans is now 20% off.
Weirdos are going to come after y'all.
Oh, no. Never. Oh, never.
What's going on, Buff Nation? It looks like Kansas State fans are living in a fantasy world. Let's get real about this Saturday's matchup. Today, we've got a real treat for you. We're about to dive into one of the most outlandish clips we've seen all season, straight from a Kansas State fan podcast. These guys are so full of themselves, it's almost hilarious. They really think they're going to walk into Folsom and have their way with us. We're going to break down all the trash they've been talking about and give you the truth about what's really going down on Saturday. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Let's get into it.
We're going to just talk about the K-State defense here because this is what no one wants to talk about. Colorado's defense. Nobody wants to talk about it because they have like maybe a linebacker that's special and then they have Travis that's special. Nobody, I mean, they're not going to blitz Avery. No one's going to touch Avery. They're not going to get a sack on Avery. Their defensive line is going to get handled by our offensive line. I mean, there's probably going to be so many gaps. We're going to wear them down. DJ Giddens is going to be running over people. Dylan Edwards is going to be putting the moves on him. Avery's going to be putting the moves on him. We're going to literally do whatever we want on the ground. It's going to be pathetic. You guys can blast me in the comments all you want, but
is this some kind of clickbait attempt? Kansas State doesn't exactly scream attention. So maybe this is their one shot at making a splash. According to this Kansas State fan podcast, they're going to walk all over Colorado. Really? Nobody wants to mention our defense? And apparently, no one's going to lay a finger on your sweet quarterback, Avery Johnson, right? Oh, and your offensive line is going to open holes wide enough to fly a spaceship through? I'm not going to lie. That sounds incredible. If I was smoking crack and living in some alternate reality. This guy sounds so out of touch with reality, it's almost laughable. Like, really? Are they seriously thinking their offense, led by traitor Dylan Edwards of all people, is going to run us over? Look, Dylan, it's nothing personal, but I don't like you. And I'm not sure anyone's actually watched Colorado play this season if they think their offensive line is going to mollywop us. Maybe they've been too busy hanging out in wheat fields or munching on cattle feed because whatever they're smoking is seriously clouding their judgment. This feels all too familiar from 2 weeks ago when some other team thought they had a shot right before we shut them down. Let's get something straight. These kinds of ridiculous takes are fuel for Coach Prime and the entire team. Clips like this, the coaching staff is absolutely going to use them to fire up the players. Imagine Warren Sapp hyping the defense, unleashing the inner beasts to tear Kansas State apart at Folsom on Saturday. Yeah, good luck with that offensive line holding up against our defense. And let's not even get into the fact that these Kansas State fans must have skipped watching CU take out UCF's RJ Harvey and Penny Boone like it was a light practice. But hey, keep talking. You're making Saturday's victory that much sweeter when we leave you embarrassed, defeated, and doing the walk of shame back to Kansas. By the time you hear the stampede of the Buffaloes thundering over you, it's going to be too late to run and hide. You wanted attention? Well, you've got it now. See you on Saturday.
I'm coming. I already made reservations. That's the believer. Are you the belief or the believer? I know who I am. We gotta find out who you are. I'm coming.